Good evening. Joel Paul Ferris McGarty here to talk about climate change and why I feel like it is the more pressing issue over the other three options of our existential crises going forward. Sorry. I put climate change over a global pandemic, then over nuclear threat, and that over AI in order, because I feel that when it comes to a global pandemic, uh, and the U.S. was considered very unprepared in many ways. Many statistics behind that. Why you may think that we were even towards the end of the pack when it came to our handling of the global pandemic. And there are many things we need to address right now going on in our healthcare system uh, and our regulation at the moment. I feel that climate change puts itself over that because it affects not only humanity but the ecosystems within our world. It affects the outcomes of our world going forward, the entire Earth. I put global pandemic over nuclear threat because I feel that nuclear threat is a scary issue, but I feel mutually assured destruction keeps that threat at bay. And the U.S. itself has many defenses and developing defenses, such as our Golden Dome defense, that I feel will make nuclear threat much more tame, especially even more so going forward. As for AI, I think AI is scary and rapidly developing, and I don't know if we're handling it very well. But I also feel that AI is a progression similar to the industrial era, where you had jobs like blacksmithing that would become irrelevant through the industrial revolution. And I feel that AI is another step, another very big, rapid step like that. And I feel we will adapt as people, we will adapt as a nation, we will adapt as a world to AI. Um, Climate change, though. Climate change is tied directly to the intensification of natural disasters in many ways. The increasing climate increases the rate of evaporation, which increases water density in the clouds, which increases rainfall, and that ties to flooding. The melting of the polar ice caps increases the sea level. We'll see many settlements along our coasts will be greatly affected by rising waters, and maybe obviously it won't be New York underwater levels, but there will be large portions of land that will essentially be underwater, and that's a very large issue. Um, Not to mention the U.S. itself. The U.S.'s greenhouse gas emissions are double China's per capita approximately. The U.S. Um, doesn't seem to be doing enough about the issue, and despite being a very major player, China is often considered a major polluter of our atmosphere by critics, by the news, or at least that's what I've seen. And yet, the U.S. produces double of China's greenhouse gas per capita. That was a very interesting fact I learned in my journey studying this topic. And, another thing I learned is that the cost of the U.S.'s United States of America's involvement in the GFC Paris Agreement was pledged to be about $9 billion by the time of Joe Biden, and the price of natural disasters globally in 2024 alone was approximately $182.7 billion, with 27 individual weather and climate disasters amounting to at least $1 billion in damages. And that is only one less than the year before in terms of individual weather and climate disasters amounting to at least $1 billion in damages. We can and we should do more about this issue because the U.S. is a major player in this issue. And with all of our resources, all of our power, all of our knowledge, all of our science, we should do more to address this issue before it's too late to address the issue. Thank you very much for watching my video. I made it a little bit long, I'm sorry, but this is a big issue for me and it's one that I really wanted to discuss and a decent amount of length. I'm excited to discuss it with you all in the comments. Thank you very much.